Hi everyone! Okay, so today I'm just going to do a really simple, easy look for you guys. I'm just going to do a talk through since I figured that was kind of easier. And I know it's been forever and I say this every single time, but I swear I'm going to get better at doing the videos. Today I'm just going to do a really easy summer look. It's my go-to look for everyday wear. I work really early in the morning, so I still like to have some kind of face on before I go to work. So if you want to find out what my look is, please keep watching. Thanks, guys. Okay, so I have already moisturized my face. I'm just going to start with a primer. I'm just going to use the Benefit Professionals primer. And I just used a little bit of it in my T-zone. I am like running out, if you can't tell. This is literally like my favorite primer, but I'm just going to dab it on my fingers. And then I'm just going to pat it in the areas that I need it, which is typically my chin area. If you can't tell, I'm like breaking out. I'm sorry. And then I'm just going to put a little bit there, my nose and my forehead. That's where I typically tend to break out the most. So once I have that on, I have been loving powder foundation lately, and I don't know why. Well, I guess I do, because I'm typically oily, but so I went to the MAC counter and I was like, hey, I really want something that I can build that's a full coverage if I want it to be, and then that still, you know, use as just medium coverage. So they gave me the MAC Studio Fix is what I'm using right now, and I am NW25, and I use that with the Sigma flat top kabuki brush. It's the F80, yep. And I am just going to, let's see here, move my mirror, gotta adjust. I am just going to apply it all over my face like I normally would. So I start with patting it in, and then I start doing the circular motions. So I just kind of get it all over the place just to give me a basic coverage, because like I said, during the summer I don't like to necessarily be as full coverage. I guess I would in the fall. So I just use circular motions, and make sure you always blend it down the neck. Makes you sound funny when you're filming too. Because you don't want to have a different color from your neck to your face, of course. And just make sure you get it all over under the eyes. Typically when I use a powder foundation, I don't necessarily use an under eye concealer. But again, it's just because I get oily. So you can definitely use an under eye concealer if that's something that you're wanting to use. It's just all personal preference. But you could use a powder one, you could just use another foundation, the Studio Fix or drugstore foundation that's a little bit lighter than your foundation you're using all over your face, and so that way you kind of have that contrast. But again, it's just completely up to you and your personal preference. But like I said, I'm one who, if I tend to use powder foundation, I don't necessarily want to use a concealer. Okay, now that I have this blended in, we're going to do our eyebrows. So right now I have been loving two products that just kind of make my eyebrows, I don't know, look great. So of course I've used these before, but the Anastasia Brow Wiz pencils. Right now I'm using Soft Brown. And then the Benefit Give Me Brow, and this I believe is the light medium, so that's the one I use. So I just start with, let me zoom in a little bit. I just start with combing my eyebrows up into the shape that I want it to be. I do it to both sides. And so I typically use this on the outside, so you want to define your brow, but I will start, of course, towards the inside, but kind of just doing it lightly so that I get a base for my eyebrows. So I get a line, and then I do it heavier on the outside with the tail. And then I kind of just blend as I go. Because of course you want it to be lighter on the outside towards your tail than you do on the inside towards the inside of your eye. And again, it's just building it. And then I go from the top and then fill in too. Now, I am graying my eyebrows in, so right in through this area for me right now is really kind of sparse. So I will take the pencil and just lightly kind of flick it so that when I set my eyebrows, it actually looks like I have hair in there. So I'm just going to do the same exact thing to the other side. And again, really light-handed towards the front of your eyebrow. And then as you get towards the back is when I tend to get heavier. Now, if you'd rather have you know, just another product. I can't even tell you how many products out there, I'm sure, you know, for eyebrows. But for the summer right now, I have been loving this combination. So this is what I've been sticking with. And again, I just blend as I go. And flick up towards the front. So now that I have my eyebrows filled in for the most part, what I like to do, I like to go in with this, and this is where I fill in the front part of my eyebrows just to give them a little bit of something, because if not, they would definitely stand out. And I just go over to set my eyebrows entirely. And again, whatever you do to the one side, definitely repeat to the other, or else you're going to have some mismatched eyes. Okay, so now that we've done that, I'm going to go in with Makeup Geek's Peach Smoothie. And I'm just going to take a little bit on the E40 Tapered Blending Brush by Sigma, and I'm just going to dust it literally kind of just sporadically all over my lid. Just to kind of warm up my eye. And again, what you do to one side, we're just going to do to the other, and we're just doing windshield wiper motions back and forth all over the entire lid and in the crease. Once I've done that, I'm going to go in with Makeup Geek's Shimma Shimma, and I'm just going to use my finger and dab it on the lid. And just go back in with your taper blending brush and just blend it out. So that's pretty much it for the eyes that I do. The only other thing we'll need to do is, of course, apply some mascara. So I'm just going to curl my lashes and give it a good couple squeezes, probably like 4 or 5. And now I'm going to go in with L'Oreal's Voluminous in Carbon Black and just give them a good coat. And of course, you do not want to forget your bottom lashes. And please don't mind my funny faces, because I think every girl has ever put on makeup or a mascara knows you have to make the funny face. And if you want to, you can go back later and add another coat of mascara if that's something. So I'll just go back through now that I have the base coat on. And kind of just put a little bit more on so it stands out just a little bit more. Again though, definitely all personal preference. So now that that's done, we're going to go in with a little bit of bronzer just to warm up the face. And I'm just using a Coastal Scents brush and this Chocolate Soleil by Too Faced. And I'm just going to warm up my temples. And you can use any bronzer you like. I just got this in my Ipsy bag, so this is why I like this one. Plus, it smells like chocolate, literally. So that's a plus, too. And then I'm just going to warm up my cheeks just a little bit as well. Or the cheekbones. And now that I've done that, this has been my all-time favorite, literally, for the summer. This is that, it's by Revlon. It is the Bronze Glow. It's like a block. It's a highlighting block. But it's a highlighting palette is what they call it. But if you just use the other colors and not the white, it's so pretty. So just dust that on my cheeks. And other than that, I'm just going to put a little bit of chapstick on, and that will complete my look. So we're going to use EOS Balm. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any suggestions, please leave them below, and please subscribe, and thank you guys so much for watching. See you later. Bye.